4 excavations that found mysterious and terrifying things. 4. Strange mysteries of a lost tomb in Egypt. Located on the west bank of the Nile River of Egypt, just opposite of the city of Luxor. It's a dusty valley called the Valley of the Kings, also referred to as the Valley of the Gates of the Kings. While at first glance, it may seem to be merely a stretch of arid desolation, it is home to a great necropolis of ancient tombs that serve as the burial sites for numerous pharaohs and nobles between the 16th to 11th century BC. The most famous being the tomb of King Tutankhamun. The Valley of the Kings contains 64 known tombs and chambers of various shapes and sizes. But one of the most recently found tombs has proven to be quite puzzling. In 2005, a team of US archaeologists from the University of Memphis led by a Dr. Odo Shadden decided to excavate the ruins of 19th dynasty workmen's huts at the entrance to a tomb called EXCAVATIONS while digging under the hot deserts, and they quite accident discovered a previously unknown vertical shaft that they had somehow missed. The team was able to follow the shaft 5 meters down into the earth to a massive door made of stone blocks which at the time seemed to have never been opened. It was truly exciting at the time, as this was the first new tomb found in the valley since historic discovery of the tomb of Tutankhamun in 1922. So, when the door was opened, the team found something unbelievable: 28 enormous storage jars with clay seal impressions and 7 coffins, one of them seeming to be child-sized. Some of these mysterious coffins had yellow funerary masks upon them, while others had black funerary masks, as well as some inscriptions including the name used by Tutankhamun's wife Ankhesenamun. Indeed, this plus the architectural style and bits of tax found suggested that the chamber was contemporary with the time of Tutankhamun. However, when the coffins were opened, they were found to not contain any human bodies at all. 3. The hidden fossil. In 2014, in the village of L'Isle and Dodon, about 70 kilometers away from Toulouse, there a farmer who was working his land found the skull of an animal that looked like an elephant, but was undoubtedly not one, fearing that the discovery would cause his land to be trampled by amateur fossil hunters and journalists. He decided to keep it a secret. However, in 2017, he approached the town's Natural History Museum in order to inform the staff about his discovery. Distrustful, a team of experts went to his farm and their surprise identify the fossil as Gompotherium heronicum, an elephant's relative that had 4 tusks of approximately 31 inches each, 2 in the upper jaw and 2 in the lower jaw. These species are painfully rare in the fossil record and known only from tusks found 150 years ago in the same region. Now that the scientific community possesses the complete school, we will be able to obtain a clearer image of the anatomy on this pioneering mastodon species. 2. The Lost City. So far, the city of Oshja just existed in the imagination of many. Evidence of its existence had never been found. It was known only from an inscription found in Names, another ancient city in France. No one had ever found archaeological evidence to corroborate such writings. For some time, researchers suggested that Oshja was modern-day Uzerza town, north of Nîmes. In 2016, plans erect a boarding school that uses prompted archaeologists to sweep the area, fearing that new buildings could forever cover the lost city. Excavations begin in earnest. Sure enough, they found Oshja by the 2017. The area uncovered had reached 4,000 square meters and revealed immense structures apart from an entire network of buildings. Archaeologists found several mosaics that were part of the floor of a building of about 250 meters squared, very well preserved. They show a duck, an eagle, an owl and a fawn in the same room. There is also a large column which has led to the suspicion that it was a public building or the home of a residence of high social standing. In addition, archaeologists began excavating another area covering 1,100 meters squared, where they found remains of ancient and medieval occupations. 1. Hell. Lakes, forest, fog and snow in the Kola Peninsula, making this place located in Russia look like a fairy tale. Amidst the natural beauty, however, lie the ruins of an abandoned Soviet scientific research center. In the middle of the nearly crumbling building, a heavy rusted metal cap embedded in concrete that some say is the entrance to hell. In the second half of the 20th century, all the attention was focused on the space race between the United States and the Soviet Union. Soviet geologists decided to look down and put forward the idea of drilling into the Earth's crust to see what is hidden in the bowels of the Earth. Knowing that the Earth's mantle allows to learn more about how our planet behaves and to better understanding natural phenomena, such as volcanoes and earthquakes. The Kola Super Deep Borehole Project, which consists of several holes in the Kola Peninsula that were drilled over several decades. Kola Super Deep Borehole is actually the main hole from which several smaller holes branch, one of them being the deepest in the world and named Kola Super Deep Borehole SG3 from 1970 to 1989. A depth of 12,262 meters was reached for this purpose, or drill was used that extracted material as it advanced. However, it took several decades of work to reach these 12 kilometers. The physical and chemical composition of the crust, as well as the possibility of creating better tools to study the planet geologically,